As we enter our golden years, we may start noticing subtle changes in our body, but it doesn't mean that aging has to come with inevitable decline. If you're between the ages of 70 and 80 and can still do the following 8 things, you're not just aging well, you are a rare individual, and your chances of living a long, healthy life are higher than you might think. Longevity isn't simply about luck or genetics, it's about the little things you do each day that often go unnoticed but play a major role in how we age. Many people believe aging comes with a loss of strength, flexibility, and mental sharpness. However, this is not the entire story. In reality, some people defy these expectations, maintaining not only physical strength but also mental clarity and flexibility well into their later years. These individuals continue to move with ease, stay engaged with the world, and retain abilities that many others their age struggle to maintain. This isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. In this video, we'll explore 8 key signs that set you apart from others. If you're able to do these things, you're likely on the path to a longer and healthier life. Some of these signs might surprise you, but each one is a powerful indicator of longevity. Stay with us until the end, because the last sign is something few people think about, yet it plays a significant role in how long and how well you live. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. If you enjoy this content, please type 1 in the comments, and if not, type 0 to help me improve. Now, let's begin. Sign 1. You can stand up from a chair without using your hands. One of the clearest signs of good health and longevity isn't necessarily how fast you walk or how much you can lift, it's something much simpler. If you can still stand up from a chair without using your hands for support, it is a powerful indicator of your overall physical health. This simple action is a reflection of muscle strength, balance, and core stability. More importantly, it is a great predictor of how long you will remain independent. As we age, muscle loss is natural, but the speed and extent of this decline depend on how much we continue to use our bodies. Being able to rise from a seated position using only your legs shows that your lower body muscles are strong, your balance is intact, and your coordination remains sharp. If you find that you need to push off with your hands or lean forward heavily to stand up, this may indicate that your leg strength is starting to fade. Think about the last time you stood up from a chair. Did you do it with ease, or did you need a little extra help? Many people don't realize their strength is declining until a seemingly small task, like standing from a low chair, becomes a challenge. For example, take John, who at 75, was always active but one day realized that standing up from his recliner had become more difficult. At first, he thought it was just a part of getting older. However, his doctor explained that leg strength plays a crucial role in preventing falls, which are one of the leading causes of injury in older adults. With this insight, Harold began doing simple exercises to regain his strength. Within a few months, he was able to stand up effortlessly again, and more importantly, he felt stronger and more confident. The ability to rise from a chair without using your hands is essential because it directly relates to mobility and balance. Weak legs can increase the risk of falls, and falls can lead to severe complications. If you can stand without assistance, it means your legs are still strong, your balance is intact, and your coordination is sharp, all vital signs of longevity. If you find that you do need to use your hands to stand, don't worry, strength can always be rebuilt at any age. Simple exercises, such as squats, seated leg lifts, and standing heel raises, can play a significant role in restoring the muscle strength needed to maintain your mobility. The key to success is consistency. Small, daily efforts can lead to big improvements over time. So, the next time you stand up from a chair, take a moment to notice how you do it. If you can rise effortlessly, it's a strong sign that you are in better shape than you might realize. While it may seem like a small action, it speaks volumes about your long-term health. Sign 2. You can walk at a brisk pace without feeling out of breath. One of the most powerful indicators of longevity is not just how far you can walk, but how fast. If you are between 70 and 80 and can still walk briskly without feeling winded, you are in a rare category. Studies show that walking speed is directly linked to lifespan, and individuals who maintain a strong, steady pace tend to live longer, healthier lives. This isn't just about being physically fit, it's about your cardiovascular health, lung function, muscle endurance, and overall vitality. When you walk at a steady pace, it signals that your heart is strong enough to pump blood efficiently, your lungs are providing oxygen properly, and your muscles have the endurance to keep you moving. Take a moment to reflect on how you walk when you go for a stroll. Do you move with purpose, or have you noticed that you're slowing down more than you used to? Do you find yourself needing to stop and catch your breath after a short distance? A slower walking pace can be one of the first signs of declining health, and it often happens so gradually that we don't notice it until it becomes more obvious. For example, James, a 73-year-old active man, started noticing that his walks were taking longer than they used to. Initially, he thought he was just being cautious, but then he realized that his breathing had become heavier when climbing stairs. He decided to start paying attention to his walking speed and began timing himself over short distances to make sure he could maintain a steady pace without getting winded. Over time, he improved his endurance, regained his confidence, and felt years younger. Walking is not just about getting from one place to another, it's a reflection of your overall health. A strong, steady pace means your cardiovascular system is functioning well, your muscles remain engaged, and your balance is intact. Beyond the physical benefits, walking also supports brain function by keeping your memory sharp and reducing the risk of cognitive decline. If you're unsure where you stand, try this simple test. Walk at a normal pace for about 10 feet, then pick up the speed as if you were walking to catch an elevator door before it closes. If you can do this comfortably without feeling short of breath, that's a great sign. But if you feel winded or unsteady, it may be time to work on your endurance. Here's the good news: improving your walking speed doesn't require intense workouts. Simply taking regular walks, focusing on good posture, and making an effort to increase your pace just a little bit each time can make a huge difference. Even small improvements in walking speed can add years to your life. So, the next time you go for a walk, pay attention to how fast you're moving. If you're still walking briskly with confidence, that's an incredible sign that your body is working well, and you're on the path to a long, healthy life. If you're still enjoying these insights, please comment below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move on to sign 3. You can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. Balance is one of those abilities most people don't think about until it begins to decline. But your ability to balance, even for just a few seconds, is a powerful indicator of how well your body is aging. If you're between 70 and 80 and can still balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds without difficulty. If you can balance on one foot without wobbling, you're in excellent shape. In fact, studies show that maintaining good balance as we age is closely linked to longevity, and those who retain this ability well into their later years tend to live longer and healthier lives. Balance isn't just about preventing falls, it's a sign that your nervous system, muscles, and reflexes are all working together in harmony. When you stand on one foot, you're engaging several systems in your body: your vision, your inner ear, and your proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense its position in space. If any of these systems begin to decline, balance is often the first thing to suffer. Think about the last time you put on a sock while standing. Were you able to stay steady, or did you need to lean against something for support? A slight change in balance can occur gradually, and many people don't realize they are losing stability until something unexpected, like a stumble or near fall, catches them off guard. For instance, take Mark, who is 75. He had always been fairly active, but one day while getting dressed, he noticed that balancing on one foot to put on his pants felt more difficult than before. He initially thought it was just a fluke. However, when he intentionally tried standing on one foot, he could barely last a few seconds without tipping over. That was his wake-up call. Mark decided to incorporate balance exercises into his daily routine, and within weeks, he noticed a significant improvement, not just in his stability but also in his confidence when moving around. Balance is one of the best predictors of fall risk, and as you probably know, falls are a leading cause of injury and hospitalization in older adults. The stronger your balance, the lower your chances of experiencing a life-altering fall. If you're curious about where you stand, try this simple test. Stand near a counter or another sturdy surface that you can grab if needed. Lift one foot off the ground and see if you can hold your balance for 10 seconds. If you can do this comfortably, that's a fantastic sign. If not, don't worry, balance can be improved with simple exercises like standing heel raises, side leg lifts, and shifting your weight from one foot to the other. The key is to practice a little each day to keep your coordination sharp. Maintaining good balance isn't just about staying steady on your feet, it's about preserving your independence for years to come. The stronger your balance, the more confidently you can move through life without fear of falling or losing mobility. So, the next time you're standing in line at the grocery store or brushing your teeth, try balancing on one foot for a few seconds. If you can do it with ease, take it as a strong sign that your body is working well and you're on track for a long, healthy life. Sign 4, you can get down on the floor and back up without assistance. One of the strongest indicators of longevity isn't just about strength or endurance, it's about mobility. If you can still get down on the floor and back up without assistance, you have a major advantage over many people your age. This ability reflects your flexibility, muscle strength, coordination, and overall mobility, all of which are essential for maintaining independence as you age. Many older adults begin avoiding the floor altogether, fearing they won't be able to get back up. However, the moment you stop using certain movements, your body starts losing the ability to perform them. Being able to lower yourself down and push yourself back up again means your legs, core, and upper body are still working in sync, something that becomes increasingly rare after 70. Think about the last time you dropped something on the floor. Did you hesitate before bending down to pick it up? Did it feel comfortable getting all the way to the ground, or did it feel like a struggle? These small moments often reveal more about our mobility than we realize. Take someone like Matthew, who is 77. He never really thought much about getting down on the floor until one day, his grandson wanted to play a board game sitting on the floor. Matthew hesitated, not because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure if he could comfortably get back up. That's when he realized he needed to focus on improving his mobility. He began practicing slow, controlled movements like squatting, kneeling, and pushing himself up using his legs rather than relying on furniture for support. Over time, Matthew regained the ability to get down and back up with ease, and more importantly, he felt confident in his movements again. The ability to get up from the floor without help is one of the strongest indicators of longevity. Research has shown that people who struggle with this movement are more likely to experience mobility limitations later in life. Why? Because difficulty with this basic movement signals overall physical decline, weak muscles, reduced flexibility, and compromised balance. On the other hand, those who maintain this ability tend to remain active, independent, and resilient. If you want to test yourself, try this: stand near a chair for safety, then lower yourself to the floor slowly. See if you can get back up without grabbing onto anything. If you can do this, that's a fantastic sign that your muscles and joints are still functioning well. If you struggle, don't be discouraged. Mobility can be improved with daily stretching, strength exercises, and practicing controlled movements that mimic getting up from a low position. Maintaining this ability isn't just about convenience, it's about staying self-sufficient. Whether you need to get down to reach something, tie your shoes, or even catch yourself after a stumble, having the strength and coordination to recover can make all the difference. So, the next time you avoid getting on the floor, ask yourself if it's because you're uncomfortable getting back up. If you can still do this movement with ease, take it as a powerful sign that your body is aging well, and you're on the right path to a long, healthy life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move on to the next sign. Sign 5, you can carry a full grocery bag without struggling. Strength isn't just about lifting heavy weights at the gym, it's about being able to handle everyday tasks with ease. If you can still carry a full grocery bag without struggling, you are in far better shape than many people your age. The ability to lift and carry objects comfortably is a strong indicator of muscle strength, endurance, and functional fitness, all of which contribute to a longer, healthier life. Many people underestimate how important grip strength and upper body endurance are until they begin to decline. Carrying groceries, opening a jar, or even lifting a suitcase involves much more than just arm strength. It requires your shoulders, back, and core as well. Studies have shown that grip strength, in particular, is one of the most accurate predictors of longevity. People with stronger grips tend to live longer and healthier lives, while those who struggle with basic lifting tasks are more likely to experience declines in mobility and overall health. Think about the last time you brought groceries inside. Did you pick up the bags without hesitation, or did you feel like you needed to pause and shift the weight to avoid straining yourself? Do you find yourself asking for help with everyday tasks that once felt effortless? These small changes often happen so gradually that people don't notice them at first. Take someone like William, 76. He had always prided himself on being independent, but one day, after a routine grocery run, he realized he was having trouble carrying the bags up the front steps. It wasn't that the bags were unusually heavy, but he noticed a shift in his ability to manage the weight. This moment was a wake-up call for William, prompting him to start focusing on strengthening his grip and upper body. With some effort, he was able to regain the strength to carry groceries without difficulty, and he felt empowered knowing he could handle such everyday tasks with ease again. The grocery bags were heavier than usual, and Matthew realized that his body had lost some of the strength it once had. It was a wake-up call for him. That's when he decided to start doing simple strength exercises, focusing on his arms, shoulders, and grip. Within a few months, not only was he carrying groceries with ease again, but he also noticed his energy levels had improved, and everyday tasks felt less tiring. The good news is, maintaining strength doesn't require heavy weightlifting or intense workouts. Even small efforts like squeezing a rubber ball to improve grip strength, lifting light hand weights, or doing push-ups against the kitchen counter can make a big difference. The key is consistency. Just a few minutes of strength-based exercises each day can go a long way in maintaining muscle mass and preventing unnecessary physical decline. Carrying groceries, lifting household objects, and holding onto things with confidence isn't just about convenience, it's about staying independent. When your muscles are strong, you're less likely to experience fatigue, weakness, or injuries. Most importantly, you'll be able to continue handling daily activities on your own without hesitation. So, the next time you lift a grocery bag, pay attention to how it feels. If you can carry it with ease, take it as a strong sign that your body is aging well and you're on the right track for a long, active life. Sign 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Climbing stairs might seem like a simple task, but it's one of the most revealing tests of your physical endurance, heart health, and lower body strength. If you can still climb a flight of stairs without stopping to catch your breath, you're doing far better than most people your age, and you have a strong indicator of longevity on your side. Climbing stairs requires a combination of balance, muscle power, and cardiovascular endurance. Your legs need the strength to push you upward, your heart and lungs need to work efficiently to keep oxygen flowing, and your coordination needs to be sharp enough to keep your footing steady. When any of these systems start to decline, stairs become noticeably more challenging. Think back to the last time you went up a flight of stairs. Did you feel strong and steady, or did you find yourself pausing midway, feeling a little winded? Many people don't realize their endurance is fading until they start avoiding stairs altogether, choosing elevators or escalators instead. But that avoidance only makes the problem worse, leading to even more muscle loss and reduced stamina over time. Take Kevin, for example, who is 74. He used to take the stairs without thinking twice, but over time, he started making small adjustments, choosing the elevator more often, avoiding buildings with stairs, or simply walking slower. He didn't think much of it until one day, he had to climb a short flight at a friend's house and found himself completely out of breath by the time he reached the top. That was his wake-up call. He began taking the stairs whenever possible, starting slowly and gradually building up his endurance. Within weeks, he noticed a difference, his legs felt stronger, his breathing improved, and stairs no longer felt like a challenge. The ability to climb stairs is a direct reflection of your heart health. Doctors often use stair climbing as a quick assessment of cardiovascular fitness. If you can go up a flight without feeling exhausted, it means your heart and lungs are still working efficiently, which is a great predictor of long-term health. If you want to test yourself, find a staircase with at least 10 steps. Walk up at a steady pace and see how you feel when you reach the top. If you can do this without stopping and without feeling winded, that's a fantastic sign. If you struggle, don't worry, it's something you can improve. Taking the stairs regularly can help you build strength and endurance, making climbing stairs easier and more manageable. Walking at a brisk pace and doing simple leg strengthening exercises more often can significantly help rebuild the endurance needed to keep stairs from feeling like an obstacle. Maintaining the ability to climb stairs isn't just about muscle strength, it's also about preserving your independence. If you can still climb stairs with confidence, it means your heart is strong, your muscles are active, and your energy levels are high, clear signs that you're on track for a long, healthy life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move forward. Sign 7. You can remember recent conversations and events clearly. While physical health is an essential factor in longevity, cognitive health is just as important. If you can recall recent conversations, remember names, and stay mentally sharp in your daily life, you have one of the strongest predictors of a long and fulfilling life. Your memory and brain function don't just reflect intelligence, they are indicators of the overall health of your brain, circulation, and nervous system. As we age, it's natural to experience occasional forgetfulness, like misplacing your keys or having trouble recalling a word. However, there's a significant difference between minor lapses and noticeable cognitive decline. If you're still able to engage in deep conversations, recall recent events, and keep track of daily tasks without much difficulty, you're in far better shape than many people your age. Think about your typical day. Do you find yourself struggling to remember what you had for breakfast, or can you easily recall details from a conversation you had just yesterday? Are you still able to learn new information, solve problems, and focus on complex tasks? These small signs reveal a lot about the health of your brain. Take someone like Mark, who is 79. While many of his peers were starting to struggle with memory loss, Mark still felt mentally sharp. He could recall details from conversations weeks later, solve crossword puzzles with ease, and keep up with new technology. What Mark didn't realize was that his daily habits, reading, staying socially engaged, and challenging his brain, were helping to keep his mind strong and resilient. The brain is like a muscle, it needs regular exercise to stay in peak condition. People who read daily, play strategy games, learn new skills, or engage in stimulating conversations tend to maintain their cognitive function much longer than those who don't. Staying socially active also plays a huge role in brain health. Isolation and lack of engagement can accelerate cognitive decline, while frequent interactions with family, friends, or community groups help keep the mind sharp. If you want to test your mental sharpness, try recalling what you ate for dinner 2 nights ago, or try memorizing a short list of words and repeating them back a few minutes later. If this feels easy, that's a great sign that your cognitive function is still strong. If it feels challenging, don't worry, there are plenty of ways to keep your brain sharp. Reading, learning new skills, engaging in social activities, and even walking regularly can all improve brain function and slow cognitive decline. A sharp memory isn't just about convenience, it's about quality of life. When your brain stays strong, you can continue making decisions for yourself, engaging in meaningful conversations, and enjoying life to the fullest. If you can still recall details easily and stay mentally engaged, you have one of the strongest indicators of longevity. Sign 8. You wake up feeling rested and ready for the day. One of the most overlooked but powerful indicators of longevity is the quality of your sleep. If you're between 70 and 80 and still wake up feeling rested and ready to start your day, you have a major advantage over. Many people your age may not realize that good sleep is one of the strongest predictors of long-term health. It affects everything from heart and brain function to immune system performance and energy levels. As we get older, sleep patterns naturally change. Many seniors struggle with falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early and feeling tired throughout the day. However, if you're still getting quality rest, meaning you sleep deeply, wake up refreshed, and feel alert during the day, it's a clear sign that your body is functioning well and repairing itself properly at night. Think about how you wake up in the morning. Do you feel energized and ready to take on the day, or do you feel groggy and sluggish, as if you didn't get enough rest? Many people assume poor sleep is just a part of aging, but that's not necessarily true. While some sleep changes are normal, consistently waking up feeling exhausted could be a sign of underlying health issues like poor circulation, unbalanced hormones, or even undiagnosed sleep apnea. Take someone like James, who was 75. He used to sleep soundly through the night without any issues, but as he aged, he began waking up multiple times, feeling restless and needing naps during the day. At first, he dismissed it as just part of growing older, but after making a few small changes, like sticking to a regular bedtime, reducing screen time before bed, and establishing a relaxing nighttime routine, he found that he slept better, woke up with more energy, and felt sharper throughout the day. Sleep is not just about feeling rested, it plays a critical role in repairing cells, keeping your brain sharp, and maintaining your immune system. People who get high-quality sleep tend to have lower risks of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. They also maintain healthier weight levels and enjoy more stable energy throughout the day. If you're unsure about your sleep quality, ask yourself these questions. Do you wake up naturally without an alarm? Do you fall asleep within 20 to 30 minutes of lying down? Do you feel alert and focused in the morning? If you answered yes, that's a fantastic sign. But if you struggle with sleep, don't ignore it. Simple lifestyle changes like reducing caffeine intake in the afternoon, keeping a consistent bedtime, and ensuring your bedroom is cool and dark can make a big difference. A well-rested body is a strong body. When you sleep well, you wake up feeling ready to move, think clearly, and take on the day with confidence. If you still get quality sleep, that's a powerful indicator that your body is functioning at a high level, and you have a great chance of living a long, healthy life. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on how many of these 8 signs apply to you. If you found yourself nodding along and recognizing these abilities in yourself, you're doing far better than you may realize. Maintaining strength, balance, endurance, cognitive sharpness, and quality sleep well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond isn't just a sign of good health, it's a sign that you're on track for a longer, more independent life. Many people assume that aging means decline, but that's not the full story. Your body and mind are capable of staying strong and sharp well into your later years, and these signs are proof of that. If you can still do these things, it means your muscles are working efficiently, your heart is pumping strongly, your brain is staying sharp, and your energy levels are supporting your daily activities. In other words, you're not just aging, you're thriving. But even if you've noticed a few areas where you could improve, it's never too late to make a change. Strength can be rebuilt, endurance can be improved, and balance and memory can be sharpened. Small, consistent efforts can make all the difference. Your body is capable of adapting at any age. The key is to stay active, stay engaged, and continue to challenge yourself. So, how many of these signs do you recognize in yourself? Which one stood out to you the most? We would love to hear from you, so please leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.